Today I'm going to show you how to make this diaper cover. It has ruffles on the back and it looks like this in the front. I'm going to show you step by step how to do it, and I hope it's easy for you to do it. If you have any questions, just ask below. This is the same. The ruffles are the same kind of pattern that are in this dress, so they go quite well together. Okay, so then we start. You grab the yarn and you have the short end in your one hand, and then you wrap the yarn around your finger 2 times, and then you take the one yarn over the other like this 2 times. You put the hook in it and then you just pull to tighten it. So not that tight, but like this. And you make stitches in a chain stitches, and this chain is going to be 80 stitches long. Okay, so I'm not going to show you all of the 80, but this is how you do it. You have a loop like you had when you first started. You go and grab the yarn, you pull it through the loop. That's a stitch, and there's a stitch, and 80 of these. Okay, I'll meet you back when you've done that. Okay, so now we have 80 stitches. Let me see. In this chain, and then we're going to join the 2 ends together. You have to be very careful so it doesn't twirl. Okay, so in this stitch you just make a slip stitch. Like this. Oh, let me see. Okay, just put it through the first one there, and then you okay, so through the first loop, grab the yarn and pull it through the back through the hole, and then through the one that you had on your crochet hook, and then you make 2 stitches, chain stitches, and then you turn your work around, and then you grab the yarn, put it in the base of the chain stitches, pull the yarn through there, and then you have 3 loops here, so you pull it through 2 of them, and then the last 2. So that's a double stitch, and you're going to do double stitch around here, so you will have 8 double stitches when you're finished. And no, I mean 80 double stitches when you're finished. So I'll show you a double stitch. Like this. Grab the yarn, put it through the stitch, grab the yarn again and pull it back through, and then you grab the yarn and you pull it through 2 of the loops, and then grab the yarn and the last 2 loops. That's a double stitch, and then again, and then one more time, and then you can do the rest, and I'll meet you back here when you're finished. Okay, and there, we're finished with 80 double crochets. Oops, there's one of my long hairs. And then you do a slip stitch in the top of the first 2 chain stitches. Grab the yarn and pull it through both of these there, and now you've joined that. And then you do 1 single stitch or chains, and then you turn the work around And now you're only going to do half double crochets. So then you twirl the yarn around the needle once, you go in the base of the first one, grab the yarn and pull it back through the hole, and then you grab the yarn and pull it through all three of them. See? Like this. One more time. This is half double stitches, okay? I'm sorry if you can hear my TV in the background, but I have a family, so they need to, or want to watch TV, so I'm, you know, I just hope you hear what I say and not what they're listening to. Okay, so grab the yarn, go through the mask or the stitch, and then grab the yarn, pull it back through, grab the yarn and pull it through these two. Okay, so half double stitches around. So when you are finished with this round, you will have 80 half double stitches, okay? And I will meet you back here then, okay? Okay, so we're back. And there's 80 of these. And then we're going to do a slip stitch in the top of the first two chains. There, and then just one more chain stitch, and you turn the work around, and then you make a new half double stitch in the base of the first one, or in the base of see where the two chains that you made here are, you know, closest to them. And then you just follow up with half double crochets all the way around, so you have 80 more. And this, with this row, you're going to do 14 of these. So all in all, you have the double crochet, and then the half double crochet, and then this one, and then 13 more. So all in all, you will have 16 rows, you know, but 15 rows with half double crochets. Okay, so you just do it exactly the same as you did on the last round. And when you come back here, you have to count, well, usually count them, you know, so just in case. Have 80, do a slip stitch in this, do one chain mask, turn it around, and do the half double crochet in the base of the first, and then you just do the half double crochets around. So if you need to see how you do it when you come to that, just rewind and watch the video over again. But anyways, I'll join you back when you've done the 14 rows, including this, okay? See you then. Okay, so we did the 14 rows, and totally then we have 16 rows, including the first one that was double crochet row. Okay, so I've put a marker on each side here, and they divide the 80 masks, so it's 40 on each side. So now we're going to work on the one side all the time. Okay, so you just slip stitch to join the sides, or to join the round, and then you turn around, and you see here, you start with this. So this is number 1, okay? And let me see, from here you're going to one chain, and so from here you're going to start decreasing. So you're decreasing by 1 the whole time. And now we have 40, and we're going to do down to 38 for this row, okay? So instead of putting it in the base that I showed you, that you've done the whole rows, 16 rows here, you're just going to move it in front and do it in front of that. so that decreases by 1. And when you come to this side, you're just not going to go that far, so just count the 38 stitches. So that's 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, oh, what a bummer. Okay, well, now we're back, that's okay. I just lost the count. Okay, but I'll meet you over here and just count from this one, you know, from the chain. You include that one and you count 38 and then you stop, okay? And I'll meet you back. Okay, oops, like this. So now I have 38 here. And then we're going to turn. Just do one mask or one chain and then turn. And then again, we're going to do the half double crochets, but not in that mask or that stitch, right? You just skip that one. You did that for 16 rows almost, you know, so now we're going to skip that one because we're decreasing by 2 on each row. So now we've decreased by 1, so we just continue here. And then we do that all the way till we have 28 stitches, okay? So you can just rewind and see you know, each time how you do the side if you forget, because we're going to do this back and forth until we have 28 stitches, okay? So now we did what was that was 38, so now it's 36, you know, and then the next is 34, 32, 30, and 28. And when you're down at 28, finish with that row, I'll meet you back, okay? Okay, so now I'm down to 28 masks over here. The next row is also going to be 28 masks. And then we're going to do as we did on the big rounds. We're going to start, well, first of all, with one chain stitch like that. And then we're going to have a double stitch in the base of the crochet chain stitch, okay? So there. So that now we have 2, right? So we're going to do this all the way over to here, and we're going to make sure that we have 28 of these half double crochets. Okay, see you over here. Okay, so we're back. I have 20, oops, almost knocked over a can of water. So now I have 27. And the last stitch, oops, look at this. That's not something you're supposed to do. Okay, so the last stitch will go in this, the chain, in the top chain. Okay, so yarn over like this. That was the 28th, okay? So the 2 last ones now, we're going to do them every other, because now we're going to decrease by 2 again. So the next row is 26. The next row is also 26, you know, so 2 rows are the same. So you just go like this, the chain stitch, this time not in the base, right, but the one in front, and that will make you 1 stitch less on this side, and you're going to do the same on the other side, 1 stitch less there. So instead of having 28, you're going to have 26. Okay, so I'll meet you back by 26, okay? Okay, so now I have 26 and I've done it 2 times. like we did the 28 2 times. So for the next rounds or rows, you're going to decrease until you have 22 stitches. So we can meet back when you have 22 stitches for the second time. Okay, see that? Oh, hi. Then I have 22 stitches for the second time. And we're going to just continue for 2 rows more with 22 stitches. So 1 chain, turn, and then this time remember to go in the base of the chain mask, because we're not decreasing, we're just going to stay stable on these 22 masks. And so, okay, you've seen it now. Do this, continue this row, and then 1 more row, and I'll see you back. Okay, so now we have the last 22 row of 22 stitches. So now we're going to decrease again, and we're going to decrease until we have 14 masks on a row, and we're going to decrease every row. So now we're not going to have every second row with the same amount of stitches. So from 22, the next row will have 20, the row after will have 18, the row after there, that's the third row from now, is 16, and then the fourth row from now is 14. So just increase like you've, decrease as you have done. And I'll see you back when you have 14 masks. Remember, we're not going to have 2 rows with the same amount of stitches, okay? So now it's 22, then you go down to 20, the next one 18, 16, 14, right? See you back in 4 rows. Hi, so we're back. Now we have 14 rows, and now we have only 11 rows left. So we're going to do 2 more of rows with 14, and then when we're down, then after those 2 rows, we're going to start increasing. So after 14 masks, stitches, we're going up to 16 stitches. So that's an increase with 1 mask or 1 stitch on each side. And when you have 16 stitches, you're going to have 3 rows with 16 stitches, okay? So now we have 14 stitches. We're increasing, on both sides. No, sorry, that's for after 2 rows. So now I have had a chain stitch there, so we're turning it around, and because there is 14 here and we're going to have 2 rows more with 14, we start the first mask or the stitch in the hole down at the base of the chain stitch, as we have done when we have stable masks or the same amount of stitches. I say mask sometimes, sorry, but that's just my language. So okay, I'm not stopping here because it's only 14, okay? So this is how I do. I just go on, and when I think I have 1 left, I just stop and I start counting. You'd count the chain mask, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I was right. So 1 more, and that's in the top of that stitch here. Okay. There. Now we have 1 more row with 14, and we need 1 more row with 14, and then we're done and we're up to 16, okay? So 1 chain, turn around, stitch in the base of the chain. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops, did I do something wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 13. Almost sweating there. And there on the top of that stitch there. So that's 14. Okay, so now we have 3 rows with 14. And then we start increasing by 1 on each side, so we have 16. So now I have 1 chain here, and we're going in the base of the chain with 1, and then we're increasing by 1 on this side, so we do another 1 in the base. There's 2. Okay, so, and then 1 in each of the next one until we are at the end. Okay, soon at the end. There. Then I have 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oops. There was the 15th. And then we increase with 1 in the same stitch. And then we have 16, okay? So now 2 more rows of 16. So it's just going on like this, a chain, you turn it around, and then 1 in the base where the chain was, and then just 1 across, okay? And then you will have 16. Okay, I'm going to turn it off and we'll just see you at the end. Okay? Now I have 15, and there in the top of the chain, my 16 mask, or chain, stitch. So now we have increased on that row, the previous row, and we have just been stable with the 16 stitches on the next row. So we have 1 more row with 16, okay? So you just do as you do when you are not increasing or decreasing, okay? And I'll meet you back when you are finished with that last 16th row. Okay, so that was the last row of 16. And then we're going to increase by 1 on each side again, so we can have 18. And we're going to do, after that, we're going to do 1 more row with 18. And that's how you continue until you have 22. So you have 2 rows of 18, 2 of 20, and 2 of 22, okay? So you just continue as you have done here, only not 3 rows like in 16, it's only 2 rows. So meet you back at the last row of 22. Okay, so now I'm finished with the last row with with 22 masks. So you're going to need amount of thread here to sew it together. So I'm not sure how much, but I'm just going to take a fair amount and just clip it off. And to finish off the row, you'd have to take the thread like this. There. And you just count how much you have here and how much I have here, so it will be centered, okay? And I just need to find a needle. Okay, be right back. Okay, so now I found the needle. I've had the yarn on my needle, and then we're going to try to make the best out of this. I'm not good at sewing, but I'm going to try to make one of these on this side. So I've made a marker here, so I have centered it, so I think it's 9. Yeah, a 9 on each side, and then 22 in the middle here. So we're starting on the outside of the masks here and on the outside here, and we're going to try to make a nice well, a nice one of these. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but well, I have to try something. You can see it's, you know, on the same side here, the outside there and the outside here. If you think of it as 3 threads, or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 4 and number 1. So this time it's number 1. You don't want to go over with the thread. Doesn't look that nice, but you know, who's gonna notice that much? If you know another way of doing it, yeah, go ahead, just do it. Maybe I should Google it and see if I could find another way of doing it. And when I do find another way, maybe I could have it on a video of it, make a video of it. But for the meantime, can you see? It's the outside here and the outside there. All the way till the end. Outside here, outside here. Oh my. I actually haven't bothered with finding out how it's going to look. So like this. Okay, you got the idea. Okay, well, it's not that much left, so let's go like this. I'm sorry for the noise outside. It's the neighbors getting asphalt in their driveway. So it makes a lot of noise. But hey, that's how it is. Okay, so now I'm finished. You can hardly notice. Maybe it looks like some, you know, if you put it, look on it as something positive, it just looks like small flowers. Okay, so let's just join it and tighten it like this. then on the back side, we're just going, oh, look at how nice it was on the back side. Well, whatever. That's, I'll just have to remember that for next time. Just a couple of these here, and then we'll cut the yarn. Oops, there. I have some threads to sew, like inside where I had to start with a new ball of yarn. A couple of places here, but anyways, we're not going to focus on that. It's just to tie them up as a knot, well, you know, like this. And just sew in the ends. So now the diaper cover is finished. Well, you know, and now we're going to, sorry. Now we're just going to make it a little bit prettier. We're going to make these tops here. So just going to find the end here. And now remember, it's 40 around, okay? So here, we'll just start. Shoot, here, we'll start there. That's number 1. Sorry. So we just pull the yarn through like this. We have a little bit of yarn on the back side. I thought it was a little bit too little, so I'll just pull some more out, okay? And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, okay, 4 since it's the first one. And then I'm going to put it in the next stitch. And that's, oh, I'm not going to go, it's just in the stitch. Sorry. Like this, all the way through. Slip stitch. And then we're going to do 3 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then a slip stitch, and then 3 slip stitches, and then 1, 2, 3 chains and a slip stitch in the next mask. And then you go 1 slip stitch, 2 slip stitch, 3 slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, and you go in the next one with the slip stitch. So you go like that all the way around. It's going to look like this. This didn't look too much. Oh, well, I'll just have to fix it and when we come back. So, okay, I'll show you one more time. 3 slip stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 chains, 2, 3, and then a slip stitch nearby. Okay, and that's how you do it all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the next one here, and then 3 slip stitches, 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, see you back. You do it all the way around and we'll see you back here, okay? Now we're all the way to the end. And I guess it's in order to cut the yarn. Sorry. And I'm just gonna put, oh, where is it? Okay. That was the wrong one. I'm just gonna make a slip stitch like this. That was a couple of stitches, the slip stitch, and then one like this. Pull all the way out and tighten it, and tighten this one, and tighten this one. So we're just gonna go like this, and then we have to hide these. Just sew them in the ends. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna choose to take one at a time, okay? So I'll show you with this one, and then you can just do the other two by yourself if you also have to. Ah, this was too far down. Okay, so I pulled it through here, and then I'm gonna hide it down here like this. So this is on the back side, right? There, just like that. It doesn't need too much, okay? And so you can do that with the other two. And then we're going to start with the same stitches as that around the legs. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and then we're going to start with these around here. Oh, we're just going to make one round of single crochets around there first, okay? So actually this you have to do, well, you know, just make them as you go along. So you're just going to grab the yarn and pull it through. Have a fair, oh, see, I was going to say have a fair amount of yarn on the back side there, so yeah, you have to. Okay, I'm just gonna, I pulled the yarn through once, so I'm just going to take both of those ends and tighten them like that, and then we're just going to drop the one, the shortest one, of course, and then you're just going to go around with single crochets. Here it's very easy because here you can see the stitches. See, you can see them here. But when you come to the increasing and decreasing parts, it's not going to be that easy to see them anymore. So, sorry. So single crochets are just like this. You just go in there, pull out the thread. You have 2 loops. You pull a thread through both of them. So this is how you do it. You just, I did it wrong this time too. Okay, so it's just going to see how it works, you know. And if you're not comfortable with how it looks, you just go back and you try something else. You know, I could have gone in through this, but I'm choosing not to, so I'm finding another way. Because I can't have too many either. Sometimes if we go through every hole we see here, it's going to be a lot of them, and it's not going to look too nice. Oops. So when you've done the 1 foot, then you know how many, oh, that was a big hole. I don't want the big holes either. So as I was saying, when you've done the 1 foot, you have to count how many stitches you've made, so you know till the next foot. Okay, so right now I don't know how many it's going to be. I'm just making it as I go along. We could probably count them if we look through the video one more time, but we're going to count them anyways. But you know, it's oh my gosh. Oh. There. I really don't like doing these ends, but hey, you have to. Okay, you get the hang of this. Sometimes there's just going to have to be a couple of big holes, but you won't notice it, you know, when you start using it. There. Oops. Okay, so we're at the end. Well, a couple more, and then we're at the end. I'm so happy about that. Okay. So about here. There, okay. It looks much nicer when you've done it. If you want to have it just like that, you could also do it, you know, have it just like that. But I'll show you with let's just count how many there are now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Okay, 42, 44. It looks like it's 44. So 44 around the foot. So, and I've done one chain, and then we'll just turn it around and we'll go 1, 2, well, that's 3 with the first one. Okay, so, and then we'll go in the next one here, single crochet, and then I mean a slip stitch, and then we do 3 more slip stitches, and then we go 1, 2, 3, just as we did around the stomach. Okay, slip stitch, and then 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 of these. Okay, so you got the hang of it. Slip stitch, and then we know it's 44 stitches around here before we start these. So then you just do 44 around here and start with these, and I'll meet you when you're finished. Okay, so then we're finished with foot number 2. I have already started with the ruffles on the back because there's going to be ruffles on the back. See? These are so cute, and you know, when you have a short summer top or a summer dress over, and they have these ruffles on the diaper cover, that is so cute. So let's show you how to make them. This pattern, it's very tight or very what do you say, tight together. They're very crowded, but I've done it so it could get or be a little bit ruffles. And the pattern is the same as I have used on one of my dresses, or the first dress that I designed. So I can put the link to the dress down below if you would like to have that as well. And then I'm going to show you how to make them. I start with the one on one side. So you have the top the way away from you, okay? And then we do from the side, we do a slip stitch, a slip knot, well, whatever. And then, okay, and then just one chain. Doesn't look too good in the start, but you just, you know, just hold on to the work and do your best, okay? So slip stitches the rest of the way, like this, okay? Oh. So the big ones here, okay, just go through them. Okay, you see them? They go kind of like, they're slanted and they'll go this way. So you take the big, it looks like there's two, you know, one big one and one small one. And it's only the big one that we go through. I did try to go through both, but that was very hard. So I started out this instead, okay, only the big ones. And you hardly see the small ones anyway. So like this all the way to the end. And when you come to the end, we can meet up there, okay? I'll do a couple of more. Then in there, grab the yarn and pull it through both. Okay, so see you at the end. So now I did it all the way to the end. And we're going to do 3 chain masks. And then turn it around. And then we're going to do in the base, we're going to do a double crochet in there. And then we're going to do 1 chain mask and then 2 more double crochets in the same as the other 2, okay? Like this. I hope you can see. I'm getting a new place where I can film my videos, so I hope I can do it better there, but hey. Okay, so there you have the pattern, okay? And instead of going, you know, to the 4th one, as the pattern says, well, you haven't the pattern, but as I do at the dress, we're just going to have 1 stitch in between, okay? So there's the 1 stitch, and we're going to do it in there. Okay, so in here, 2 double crochets, 1 chain, 2 double crochets, there. Okay, so that's what, you know, 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and 2 double crochets in the same mask, and that is the pattern. And then we just skip 1, so the next hole we don't do it in, but the next one after. So, and then a double or 2 double crochets, and then a chain, and then 2 doubles. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So you do that all the way till the end, okay? And I'll meet you up there, okay? Okay, so then I'm all the way at the end. I'm just, you know, you just have to set, put this, you know, oh my gosh. This camera keeps falling down, okay? So, yeah, I'm finished here, and then you just have to see what the end is, how far you've come. Okay, so you just go down in one of these stitches, and you grab the yarn and just pull it right through, and then you do that again, you know, and then you can tighten it. Oh, it doesn't look nice now because I should probably have taken one of the other stitches that are a bit shorter, but we'll do something about it with the needle, okay? So I'm going to do both of the threads at the same time. There. That was stupid that I couldn't go through, but we're going to do it on the back side. So just pulling through where you just had the last stitch, and then we're going to fasten it on this side. Like that, okay. And then just cover up this end of yarn like this. And then just clip it. Okay, so that's how you do it all the way up. However, I'm not sure if you want to have only 2 ruffles, or you want to have more ruffles. It depends on how much you would like to have. So, and then if you think that's too crowded, you can just skip one. So instead of doing the next one here, you could do here. And since I have 2 here, maybe if I should skip, I would skip one, and I would do the 2 next tighter, you know, so it kind of makes a pattern, and then skip that one and make the 2 before this. So I'm going to try to do that instead of having the hole covered, because I think it could be crowded. It just looks a little bit too crowded, but it's nice like this. So okay, now you just do what you did on this row, your first row, my second row, and then we can meet back when we're finished, right? And I'll show you how mine looks like. Okay, see you then. Okay, so we're back and I'm finished. And I did as I told you I would do. I skipped one, and then I did 2 close to each other, and then I skipped 1, and then 2 again, and then I skipped 1 and 2 again. So I wanted this much ruffles. Let me just show you how it looks like now. I have sun outside today, but are you able to see how it looks like? It's cute, right? And then up top, just to tighten it, you need to have a lace that goes through, you know, or a ribbon. I'm going to make from this thread, I'm going to make one for myself. So I'll show you how I do it. I go like this, like we did in the beginning. I do 2 of these over each other, like that. And then I'm going to just make, what's it called again? I'm just going to make chains until I am around this once and a little bit more, you know, so I can tie it. Because I'm going to put them every 3, you know, or like this through 2, I think, if it looks okay. Or I'm going to put the thread like this, just weave it around, and then you can tighten it in front with a bow. So you just have to make this chain longer than it would be around, you know, and then however long you want it for it to look like a nice ribbon for you, or a bow, to tie a bow. Okay, so I'll meet you back when I'm finished with the chain. See you then. Okay, so here is the chain finished. I have it long, so you know I just measure it like this. Oops. I put this on top, you know, and then I go like this. Oops. To see if I can get I can be able to tie a bow here. And with this one I am, because I don't want it hanging too much, you know, so I think this is okay. So this, just measure it. You don't really have to count them because it's going to fit when you measure anyways. So okay, let's find the end here. And then I go like this. Can you see? Not in the first one, but in the second one, and I just do slip stitches because I don't want the string to be too big either. So just like this in every one, it's just slip stitches. See, and when you go through, you have the 2 threads on top. Can you see this? 2 threads on top. And then the next one, see? And just pull the yarn through and you go like this the whole time. Oops, I probably took some other threads with me. Okay, like this. So go and well, when you're at the end, you just tie it together, you know, and just join it and hide the yarn with you do it with a needle. You just kind of weave it in, and then you clip the end, and then you have a nice string, you know, like this. See? And I'll see you when we're finished, okay? Okay, so I'm back again, and now I am finished with this string of yarn that I have crocheted, you know. And as you saw, at first it was just chain, a chain of chains, and then slip stitches. So these are my ends, see? So at the end, I just grabbed the, you know, the both of the threads, clipped the one, of course, and then I just pulled them through, and I just started to weave. And what I did was I go like this, you know. I just put it through here, like the 2 there, and then pull it through, and then I go back up through those 2. See? And then I go down those 2. See? And then I go back up these 2. And I did that for this long. And I just cut the yarn. And now we're going to weave them in. I'm going to do every second. So if we just start here, you know what? I'm going to go and get a bigger needle. Just wait. Now I'm back with this huge needle. Oh, look. Well, anyway, we'll take this end. Yep. It went through. Yay. This is probably more easy. So I go like this. Every 2. See? If you hear the beeping in the background, it's just my washing machine telling me that it's finished. And 2 there, 2, 2, 2, So if you want to have 3, you know, every 3, you could do that too. But I think every 2 is okay and will be nice. There, every 2. This size, I measured, and it's supposed to be up to 3 months. But I'm not sure. Well, it looks a little bit tiny, but you know, if you use a thicker thread or a bigger needle, if you only use a bigger needle, you know, and don't think about the thread size, have the same one, then the holes will show a little bit more, but it doesn't matter though. So if you have a bigger thread, then this will of course be bigger. And if you just have a bigger needle, then it also will be bigger. So, okay, so now we're in the front and we're just going to tie it up, tighten it a little bit if you want to. And then we're going to go like this. See? That's nice. Oh, the ends are sticking out. I'll just have to clip that afterwards. So now you have a diaper cover, a cute diaper cover. Let's just take this a little bit taller. See? And this is the dress I have been talking about that I made. And this is the diaper cover. The pattern here is the same as here. So, you know, you could use this as a diaper cover to this dress. I'll put the link below. Okay, so I hope you have a nice day and good luck. I really think you can do this. If there's any questions, just ask me in the comments below. Okay, bye.